Fundamental truth to our nature. Man must explore. And this is exploration at its greatest.
Hello. Hello and welcome to another gorgeous day here in Mahia Peninsula. We are having a beautiful sunrise right now. Sit back and relax. This will be a long one. I am your commentator for today, Brandon. I am the COO and the lead Europa operator here at Jovian Space Systems. So happy to have you here. On your screen and on the pad today is Europa-9 MK-II or MK-II. If you can recall, yesterday we had that scrub of MK-II, but thankfully teams were able to fix the issue extremely quick, which is allowing us to get back on the pad here today. So on your screen right there, this is the Ganymede pad with its brand new tank farm. Looking pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so if you guys were not here for last night's stream, I'm just going to go over some quick upgrades Europa-9 has over Europa-9 MK-I. Europa-9... Oh my god, what a gorgeous view we are getting right now. We should be getting even better views as the stream goes on. So Europa-9 MK-II or MK-II basically is a lot bigger than Europa-9 MK-I. The tanks have been stretched a lot, like a lot. Meaning that it allows us to carry more payload capacity to orbit than we could do before with MK-I. MK-II also has a better engine layout with better engine thrust and more specific engine arrangements. These will help us in landing burns and during flight. Another big thing is the reinforced grid fins. Plus, you also have landing legs, which will eventually, hopefully on the first flight, we will be attempting a landing of Europa on LZ-1. So, eventually, we would like to do that.
This is propellant,
but
go, no go poll for propellant load at T-minus 45 minutes. Range, go. Propulsion, go. LD, go. Copy, all stations reading go. Propellant is go for propellant mode.
And there you go, propellant is go for propellant load. Great call out there. Indicating that we are going to be moving smooth sail during this test of MK-II today. Now, you also may be wondering, I do believe that we have some new water deluge on the pad, as we have more engine thrust, meaning that we need to protect the pad even more. There's also a new strong back, which is the thing you can see is that you can. Strong back is a lot bigger because of the stretch tanks. Yeah. Overall, the pad has had just a major upgrades. Same with Europa-9. It is an incredible sight to see Europa-9 MK-II on the pad. Systems looking like they're good. The weather is absolutely gorgeous here in Mahia. Just gonna be a beautiful test today.
Hold.
Oh, we've had a hold.
All stations, there are some issues with propellant lines chilling. I estimated a few minutes.
Okay, so we just heard breakdown of what we just heard. We just heard a call from propellant for a hold. On all count at 47:30. We are currently no clue as to when this will be resolved, but hopefully it will be in a matter of minutes, as we said. Early morning here in Mahia. This is the earliest stream or launch we've ever done. So a couple of firsts this, so yeah. Still no updates. Should be getting some updates shortly, but until then, we are really not going to, kind of really peaceful here in Mahia right now.
All stations, propellant lines have been fixed. Go to resume count on my mark.
Great news there. Go to resume count on his mark. So
3,
let's
2,
listen
1,
in here.
resume count.
And count has been resumed here. Just after a couple minutes of waiting, we've had a successful unholding of that count. We should start to see the beginning of propellant being loaded onto Europa.
Lines have been chilled. We're go to continue with count.
There you go, the propellant lines. Have been chilled. Just in about 90-ish seconds, we should hear that Stage 2 RP1 unlocks load start. RP1 is a highly refined version of kerosene that is used on rockets, and liquid oxygen is liquid oxygen. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. We will answer them to the best of our abilities. Yeah, so just had a look inside Mission Control, and some of them are very grumpy and very tired this morning. And it is very early, so don't be surprised if you hear some operators who are eating some food and sound a little tired. So just about 30 seconds until that stage 2 propellant load will start. Let's listen in to hear if we will get any confirmation to that.
Stage 2 propellant load has started.
And stage 2 propellant load has started. Great news there. All right, coming up soon here will be that stage 1 RP1 and LOX load start. Both of that is an important milestone in today's test, as if there's no propellant, we can't test. So in roughly about 25-ish seconds here, we will see that. Okay, this is not a flight today, definitely not a flight. There's no payload yet. This is just, it is just a static fire and wet dress rehearsal today, so no flight today.
Stage 1 RP and LOX load has started.
Stage 1 RP1 and LOX load has started, meaning both stages now beginning their prop load. Still insanely gorgeous views here. You can start to see some clouds coming in, but those may hit us, but they may also not. We will see. So you may be wondering how we transport Europas onto the pad. We've never really answered it, but I thought it would be a good time to. So there is something we have on the pad that is like a little road, if you would. It allows you to move backwards, so you can almost do like, yeah, so that's how we did the old Europas, but how we do how we transport them now, we use the road from the production site, we actually just roll it out. We also will horizontally, we will use that, move it into position, and have that. Yeah, on your screen. All right, so we're about to play a video Now this is
I've
from
paid
Mark.
my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shells and kicked in my face, but I've come through. And I need to go on, 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 on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. I need to go on, 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 on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. The champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
What a wonderful video that was. It shows the purpose. That was, well, although it was Europa-9 MK-I, it still shows the general idea. However, we now move it horizontally. We also added a raising mechanism. The strong back always will stay at the pad, but it goes horizontal with that. Europa would be raised with the strong back, and then the strong back would be connected to Europa, and the transporter would drive off, and the clamps would latch. That's how we roll out and get Europa-9 MK-II ready on the pad. It's really interesting. That was a really great video, even though it was MK-I. We never released it. Yeah, so it's not finished. It's a little it's outdated, but you get the idea. We should be hearing that fire suppression system loading quite soon here. It's about 2 minutes. Minus 36 minutes. MK-II standing tall.
Fire suppression system tanks have started filling.
Fire suppression system. In fact, the fire suppression system is an onboard system that will put out any fires on the vehicle. It is very. It is like it is. It is needed. About 235 minutes here. All systems remaining to look good.
Initial engine chill. Stage 1 and 2 T-tab tanks are full.
Those T-tab tanks, triethyl aluminum and triethyl borine. They ignite the engines. That's the green flash you'd see at ignition. Yeah. From Aiden C. How does wet dress work? Well, we kind of like it's a everything but launch minus engine fire, but with ours we modify it so we do have engine fire. We knock out these. Yeah, just no clamp release. We knock out the flight readiness firing plus the wet dress rehearsal before launch in one. It saves time and money. T minus 30. We are just about T minus 33 minutes here. Well, since this is kind of boring, I am only going to commentate when big things happen. We're just going to have some music on, so just sit back and relax and enjoy. Okay, so some exciting news that was just announced that we're announcing now. We may do 1440 streaming next year, so that will be pretty darn exciting.
There is no place and no moment in
Weather balloon has been released. Weather is green at this time.
Amazing news there. Weather balloon was released, and the initial data from it showing that the weather is green for today's test.
Initial systems disconnect.
Just thought I'd reiterate this. This is just a static fire. A static fire and a wet dress today. Meaning that there's no flight. We are just testing the system.
all stations. This is the LD. Initial go, no go for test. Range. Go. Propellant. Go. Propulsion. Go. Copy. All stations are reading go. LD is go to continue with test.
And after what feels like forever, we just heard the beginning of the mission control to become alive. With the initial go no go poll, they pull operators, and all operators verified that they were good with the It's under 20 minutes now. As I said, that go no go poll verified that we are go to continue with test. Just gonna keep sitting here and listen to the music.
Fire suppression system has been fully loaded.
An on-board fire suppression system that will put out any fires on the vehicle has been fully loaded. That's the first thing to be fully loaded on Europa-9. Minus the T-tip. Now, we did not talk about this, but these are Europa Mark IVs. They have increased thrust and decreased weight and increased fuel feed and increased fuel efficiency.
All systems tracking go for launch. All systems tracking go for test. COPV pressurization has started.
COPV, composite overwrap pressure vessel, holds a lot of important valves and many other important things on for Europa. Though they are very easy to break, so we need them to be good. Now's about the time from when we've picked up that mission control becomes the most active during the count. And it'll get to a point where I can't even speak. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Europa engines are primed.
There's engines now primed. There's Mark IVs.
Fuel flow rates are nominal.
Now that fuel that is flowing into the tanks of Europa-9 MK-II is flowing in there nominally, is what we just heard.
Initial FTS checkouts.
So FTS checkouts, checking out all systems on the vehicle to make sure that nothing happens when we arm that FTS.
Mahia tracking session has a two-way link with Europa. Packet loss 0.
Good news there, Mahia tracking station has a two-way link with Europa, meaning that Mahia control can now communicate to Europa-9 MK-II, and Europa-9 MK-II can communicate to Mahia control, with packet loss being the signal loss, and that is 0.
ADER's initial alignment has started.
Those aiders, the gyroscopes on the vehicle, hopefully they will not be used today. Oh, it's no longer sunrise, ladies and gentlemen. It is really sunny.
T-minus 10 minutes.
T-minus 10 minutes.
Europa sea level and Europa vac. Pogo bleed procedure. RCS testing underway. Power is at a nominal consumption rate. Checkouts to switch to internal power. Tanks are 80% full with propellant. Weather is go at this time. 9 Europa sea level are at flight temperatures, ready for ignition at 2 seconds. RCS testing has been completed. Recovery areas are clear for test. COPVs have been pressurized for test. Switching to internal power.
Right. So
ADERS is now aligned.
ADERS is now aligned. Those gyroscopes. Switching to internal power. That should be complete in about 15-ish seconds.
Vehicle is now on internal power.
Great news there. The first time Europa-9 MK-II is powering itself. It's good news. Just under 4 minutes here.
Ground gas closeouts have started. ADAs are
ground
showing
gas
data
closeouts.
within expected ranges.
Yeah,
Final fuel top off.
this is what I said. I'm just going to stop talking. Enjoy the test.
FTS has been armed.
FTS has been armed. The flight termination system will be used if
Top
in
off
case
valve
anything goes
has
wrong.
closed. Vehicle is fully loaded with propellant.
Vehicle is fully loaded with propellant. Vehicle's now live. I'm going to stop talking.
Europa TVC tests have started.
Enjoy the tests. Enjoy the tests, ladies and gentlemen.
Flight computers are communicating with the ground computers. Automated checkouts are underway. Clamps have disconnected. Strongback is retracting to 87 point. Very pre-launch. Final go no go poll for test. Range, go. Propellant, go. Propulsion, go. Copy. All stations are reading go. LD is go for test. Tanks are pressurizing for test. Nine Europa sea level and Europa back. Final engine chiller started. Engine bay purging. Engine sensors reading green. Ready for ignition at 2 seconds. Tab can ready to ignite. Tanker at flight temperatures. Europa TVC tests have completed. Europa-9 is in setup. Flight computers have taken over the count. Final verification has verified that we are go for static fire. Ground gas closeouts are complete. Europa engines configured for flight for test. Test data is now logging. 2, 3, 2, 1. We've had ignition. And there we go.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw a successful static fire of Europa-9 MK-II on the pad. All 9 Europa MK-IVs ignited. Did get confirmation about that at full thrust. We're waiting on that nominal static fire and that
Nominal
deluge
static
shutdown.
fire.
Nominal static fire. Great news there. There's that deluge shutdown. We also saw the clamps did not disconnect, but the strongback did. The strongback will be raised back up shortly, but I feel like we are going to start detanking, and we are going to end stream today.
This is LD. Go, no go, pole for D-tank. Range, go. Propellant, go. Propulsion, go. Copy. All stations reading go. Propellant, you are go to start D-tank procedure.
Go to start detank procedure. Nominal static fire of all 9 Europes, all 9 Europa Mark IVs. So great news there. Europa-9 has completed its WDR and static fire for Mark II. This will most likely mean that we will go ahead with the launch soon. We will be carrying a dummy payload on the first flight of Europa-9 Mark II. Alright, well, detank procedure is started on Mark II.
D-tank procedure is proceeding nominally.
Well, successful static fire of Mark II with a successful wet dress rehearsal of Mark II.
LD confirms nominal test.
LD confirmed nominal test. Good news there. We are just going to end stream today. We are going to end our live coverage of this Europa-9 static fire and wet dress rehearsal today. That went well. Flight coming up soon, so we'll see you then. I've been your commentator for today, Brandon. I'm the COO and lead of Europa operations here at Jovian Space Systems. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.